Inside first line is Dean from first.
Dave Chisnall is really shining tonight.
Well, that's what Winstanley's got to do, Rod. He's got to start hitting this double first dart, because the way Chisnall played that first set, not a lot wrong, 100% on his checkout, so Winstanley's really got to start putting some pressure on this man. And the only way you do that in this double in is get them doubles in with the first or second dart. And he's done that in the first leg, so it gives him a little bit of confidence.
And he has to believe, Rod, doesn't he, that Dave Chisnall has got something of a reputation of being a little bit of a flaky closer out of matches, and he's got to stay on Chisnall's shoulder and just keep chipping away at him, just let him know he's still there right behind him.
Well, as we see there with his second dart, Chisnall has this little bit of a snatch and that comes in low, but Winstanley's game, he's hit so many treble ones, and as I said that, he's hit another treble one.
83.
And a lot of the darts are hanging to the right of the treble. That's a little bit worrying, because Winstanley will think, well, what's going on? Am I gripping the dart properly? And it gets in your head a bit. So something he's got to sort out if he's going to beat this man.
Yeah, and he stayed up on stage in the break trying to correct that fault. That's much better.
$134.
We see that snatch from Chisnall again.
96.
He gets it fluent, he gets everything. So Winstanley now going to get possibly 6 darts from here. And he may do it in 3. He's going to leave tops, I reckon, and all about Chisnall taking this one 4-9.
Dave require 140.
Well, this would wound Winstanley. Not going to happen. So, possible pivotal moment in the match. Can Winstanley get his very first leg on the board, Rod?
Well, it will certainly give him confidence, and he's in it first dart. That will, as you see him walk up there. Not a lot of emotion in Winstanley's face there, but I can assure you it was a big sigh of relief. And now a little bit of pressure on Chisnall. This is where Winstanley, double top first dart, follow it up with a treble 20, get the throw straight away.
Looking to sit one on top. Well, eventually
40.
did it, so he is away.
Good rhythm on the third dart. Normally he's been snatching that third dart, but the other two were set perfectly in that treble and just above. Winstanley, he needs the 140s, Rod, to get in front.
Outscoring Dave Chisnall is not easy. In that game I mentioned last year when he eventually lost to Taban, he actually hit 8 180s in a 3-set match, which is some going, Rodney, isn't it? He is one of the most prolific treble 20 hitters in the PDC. Mind you, this bloke's not bad.
140.
Just glanced off the barrel, but it gives him more or less 1 dart advantage. And Chisnall now switching down to try and leave a double, or a shot I should say, which he's done. So you kind of fancy that Winstanley's only going to get 6 darts from this 2-2-1.
$55.
Well, you'd expect the target to be the ball
32.
for Chisnall. Winstanley's left a bogey, miscount. Treble 19 leaves the ball. Well, he doesn't need to go for this. Go on, Dave.
92.
And you know what? That dart was in the 20-25. It's absolutely sitting perfect to glance the bullseye in. But he wanted to just clean this game up. But Winstanley, I mean,
100.
it just shows the pressure. He's left a bogey number, and that's a no-no.
His brain is fried up there. Double 10 then for Chisnall.
Nails it.
It's a composed, cool, calculating performance from Dave Chisnall so far. He's within 2 legs of the match here, and Winstanley has got to get away here. Otherwise, the heat is going to reach boiling point.
32.
He needed that, Rod.
He certainly did, and there would be a sigh of relief on Winstanley's face there. But Chisnall's in there with the first dart. This is going to be big pressure.
62.
Well, he was lucky he didn't hit a treble, so now, but Winstanley's got to start getting some 140s, a couple of them on the trot to get some daylight between him and Chisnall, especially in this leg where he's thrown first.
43.
There's that treble one again. I think that's about 8 or 9 he's hitting this match.
You're right, Rod. He's been in the one bed 9 times, 6 treble ones and 3 single ones. So that's a lot of points gone and begging. Oh, and that creeps in, and it's the first maximum of the match, just at the right time for Dean Winstanley.
100.
Well, certainly he takes this leg. He certainly is back in this match big time. And he's just got to follow that 180 up. He mustn't just hit, which he's done. I was going to say, don't just hit 3 bare 20s. But he's followed it up with a good ton. So there's a lot left in this game. It ain't all over for this man yet.
45. Dean, you require 146.
Well, half a dozen darts from here. Might only need the 3. Oh, unlucky. 68 left. Treble 20 leaves double 4, yeah. So great setup, Rod.
It is, Rod, but he doesn't want to split that double 4. And if Chisnall hits a big one, just to say I'm still there, which he's done. Now this double 4, it either goes in. If he splits it, the double 2 and the double 1 route, you don't want to go down there. That's not a bad guide. Oh, that's even closer.
4.
It's a big let off. Chisnall took out 90 to win the first set. The 94, the third dart, possibly at the bullseye.
Well, 19 leaves the bull. If he can hit the treble, it'll leave double 6. Never understand this, Rob, because he must have known what the possibilities and probabilities were if he hit the outer bull, but bullseye then.
50. Do you require 4?
Well, the way Winstanley starts laying the board, if he puts it low, it'll give a good guide, but he doesn't. He puts the first one. What a relief there for Winstanley. Goes 2-1 up in this second set. And now Chisnall, I was going to say, he's got to get off, and he's got off absolutely perfect. That's the way you start for the 9 dart. It was hit last year here by Brendan Dolan, the Irishman. A toughie, it really is.
Well, that is a maximum start in the double-in format. And a 9 dart attempt must finish on a bull in this tournament. He's unlucky there. I'll tell you what, he is unlucky, Rod. He couldn't have been closer to leaving the possible 9 darter there, could he? 140, but it could easily have been 180.
I don't think that's even in his head. He's just concentrating and getting this leg under his belt. And of course, the pressure on Winstanley for the 5th and final leg of this set, if it goes there, will be immense.
99.
6 darts and Winstanley still isn't away. Finally hits the double top. Says to the crowd, yep, I've hit it, but he's got a long way to go.
We've seen legs won from this far back, though. We all remember the Mark Dumfries leg against Andy Jenkins when he was barely in the same postcode as Jenkins and still won the leg. 42 left, so double 16.
86.
Well, curious choice of double, because from 42 you can choose whatever you like, and he's been going for tops all double 18, and he chooses double 16.
I totally agree with you. I was looking at that myself, thinking he was going to go for the double top route.
43.
He left the double 16, but now it's double 8 to level it up in this set. Double 4, chasing doubles around the dartboard. Finally hits it, 2 legs all in this second set. And now Winstanley, you can see the pressure on his face. He's got to get this first or second dart.
Well, he's got it. Yeah, you can only assume that Chisnall was going 52. For 6 to leave double 18 and hit the 10 by accident. But anyway, which way? He got it. Big leg this. It's the difference between 1 set all 96. Or game, set and match Chisnall.
Well, Winstanley's got to look at a 140 or a 180 to get a clear daylight between him and Chisnall. Perfect first dart. He will be very disappointed in that. Now this is where the Chisnall firing on the treble 20's got to come in. That's a perfect first dart. just moves across to open up the treble.
100.
Well, Chisnall hasn't hit a 180 yet tonight, and that's a surprise for a man of his scoring power and pedigree. There's another one in that treble, one that Rod Harrington has been alluding to all night. And if he does get beaten, Rod, that will be the prime cause, won't it? All those treble ones and single ones.
93.
No question, and he just put that down to being edgy in this first round, Rod. I know we keep talking about it, but Winstanley, 6 darts from here perhaps, and Chisnall perhaps 6 darts, and so
90.
tell you what, Chisnall looking at a 140 here now, Rod, will really set it up for him.
Well, that's brilliant. That
92.
treble 18 pick-off has left it handy. He's left Shanghai. This will not go, so Chisnall will be back for a nice little treble single double on the 20s for the match, Rodney.
Shanghai, as we call it. If he misses this, it's just above. Oh, to miss, that's a perfect dart. He wants double top. This for the match. He moves across just to open up the double top.
100.
There's that snatch from Chisnall. So Winstanley really has been let off there. Can he take advantage of this double top?
He's dodged a bullet here, Dean Winstanley. Doesn't like the lie. Last chance saloon.
No score.
And that could mean that Dean is on his way home, because Chisnall has missed 1 at double top, but he's got 3 in his hand. But remember, he missed 13 for the match last year.
Well, he's taken a big deep breath. The right thing to do. He knows how important this is. What he doesn't want to do is put it inside and chase it up for them 5s. He's going to miss just outside the 10s, or put it straight in, and he's chasing them 5s. No one likes this switch. That's why he's pitched it high. And again, what I said, Rod, when you miss the double 10s, you've got to miss it. It's got to be on the outside.
4 match starts gone, 13 last year. Is it a case of darting deja vu as Winstanley looks at tops? Double 10. It's 1 set all. Dean Winstanley has got